Hey guys, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to be talking about somewhat of a serious matter. So to make it so that it's not too depressing, I'm going to be interspersing clips of me dancing to songs that I should definitely not be dancing to. Um, but today I wanted to talk about the NFL lockout, and I'm not going to talk about so much the specifics of what caused the lockout, but I'm going to talk about why this needs to be fixed. Okay, so right now in the NFL there is a player lockout, and what that means is that the players are not allowed to show up for any team-oriented meetings. So they can't show up to training camp, they can't show up to the draft, they can't show up to anything that would involve the owners and the teams in the entire league. So every couple of years they have to renegotiate the bargaining agreement, and that allows them to play. Uh, so now, the whole reason that they're in a lockout is because out of the $9 billion that is made in revenue every year, $8 billion of that goes to the players' union, to the players. $1 billion of that goes to the owners, who then use that money to put it back into the league. When this bargaining agreement ran out, the owners came back and asked for another $1 billion out of the revenue share. And to be quite honest, the players didn't want to give it up unless they got a chance to see where the money was going. So now there's no guarantee that the season's going to be happening. There's no guarantee that anything's going to end up working out. A lot of people have been saying that really this comes down to a fight between millionaires and billionaires, but recently on ESPN, and I'll put on ESPN.com, and I'll put in a link in the doobly-doo. You can see that not all the people who are being affected by this are millionaires and billionaires. Ryan Schafering, he's a defensive lineman on the Cleveland Browns. He's got a wife, he's got 3 kids all under the age of 8, and he lives in a house that he's renting. The only safety net that he really has, the only thing he has that's keeping him afloat is himself. So, he may have to go work for, he says on here, I'll do anything. If I have to work UPS, I will. I got a family to feed. I've paved roads, fixed roofs, done landscaping. I'm not better than anybody else. I don't want any handouts. I'd be happy with $12 an hour if I could get it. They're just trying to make a living. They're doing what they love, trying to make a living. And the second this lockout happened, they had to go work a normal everyday job. And yeah, I mean, you can say, well, now they have to live real life, but these guys were living real life. They were living day to day to make ends meet. Not everybody makes over $1 million in the NFL. Not everybody makes over $1 million in any sport. Schafering makes just under $400,000 a year. After taxes, he made just over $200,000. And he has a lot of bills to pay, but still, he can live comfortably for now. If the lockout goes into the year, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But what's even worse is that there are $60,000 checks that are going out to a lot of players as part of the NFLPA's lockout war chest. Just basically, they're paying $60,000 to these guys who need money for right now. But if you look at Chad Hall from the Philadelphia Eagles, he isn't going to get that. He's on a team. He's only played on a team for 11 games, and he has a minimum salary, and it's a prorated minimum salary. So the most that he'll get from the lockout fund is about $10,000, which I make almost $10,000 a year, and I only work 30 hours a week. Now they're in a situation where, because the richest of the rich on both sides decided that they wanted to make a little extra money at the expense of these players, and because now they can't make the money, they're going to run these players into the ground. I mean, this kid Chad Hall, he's going to have to work as a bartender or a plumber. I mean, it's not a good gig. I just want to read you what he put at the end of it. Because after he talks about how some of the players play in the AFL, the Arena Football League, for as little as $400 a game, he says this. ThePostgame.com recently reported that an estimated 180 NFL players might have signed for lockout loans at rates that climb over 30% upon default to make ends meet. Not just dumb, desperate. You might be thinking, so throw these guys a freaking telethon. I don't care. Tell them to stop bitching. The rest of us have real jobs. Among the 4 big pro sports in this country, these guys pick the one that pays the least money, lasts the fewest years, and wrecks the most bodies. They're fine with that. It's the owners who have taken the football and gone home. It's the owners who want $1 billion back from the deal they have now. It's the owners who want 2 more games from the players for nothing. And not a single owner is contemplating roofing at $12 an hour. So if you're still thinking on the owner's side in this, then you're not thinking at all. Rick Riley, you're an 11-time National Sports Writer of the Year. And I've never agreed with you until now. Thank you, sir. Sarah, you have not made a video, or you did make a video today, but you were supposed to make one yesterday. So you are going to be punished. You have told me, and I quote, it said, that means you might be getting punished. She said, haha, hit me with a super good one. If I get punished, it must be a quality punishment. No sugarcoating it. So, people who watch us, Nerd Fighters, have at her. I want to see ideas in the doobly-doo. Will be, I mean, not in the doobly-doo, in the comment section. But I want to see some good ideas down there. But I'm going to go, because I'm going to go eat my pasta now. And Rory, I'll see you tomorrow.
We are strange individuals.